I paid for a BBL to step on me, and she made me feel proud of myself instead. I, 29 male, had self-esteem issues for the longest time. I never liked myself to the point where I got physically ill when I spied myself in the mirror. I stopped eating more than enough to save off hunger, which meant I never really gained weight, and in fact I'd lost weight frequently. Even now I look like a skeleton. Well, one thing led to another, and it all came in my head 2 years ago when I decided enough is enough. I can either be worthless and live like it, or I can start giving a damn about myself and improving. Which one did I pick? I picked being worthless. Or so I thought. I scrounged together every coin I had for a year and went off to the nearest adult club and entered the establishment. I showed my ID and paid the cover charge, and was immediately greeted by a dancer who was practically full exposed. At the time I was scared, and she sensed that. She held my hand and told me to relax my shoulders and she'd take care of me. She introduced herself as Kat and I gave her my name. Then she walked me over to a dance area and asked me what I wanted to do. I told her this was my first time ever at a club and wasn't sure what I could do. She laughed and said that she would show me the ropes, and got me started with a simple dance for $20. It was pretty nice, not gonna lie, but I felt I wanted more. Wanted? What a strange feeling. Kat picked up on my desire and whispered in my ear, if you want anything extra, you can always bring me into the VIP room, and that made the hair on my head stand up. I don't know what it was it just a trick they used to get losers to empty their wallets? Or did she genuinely invite me? To this day I don't know, but I damn near screamed "Zowie mama" and started barking like a dog. She said, "Down boy, now pat her on down toward the ATM, and do what you have to do." I immediately obliged. I brought out the VIP charge and we went to VIP. Inside, she told me to turn off my phone, keep my wallet in my pants, and to relax. Then she asked what I wanted her to do. Anything for an hour. I was salivating. Even after feeling like a worthless bum, I was freaking out at the idea that someone could want me. So I stammered like an idiot, "Please, can you step on me and call me a worthless little pig?" She stopped, looked at me intently and said, "Now why would I do that? Why would you want me to degrade someone as handsome as yourself?" I didn't have a response ready. She then said, "I won't do it. Instead, I'll sit down next to you completely exposed and we can talk about what's troubling you." And she took off the rest and sat next to me. She held my hand on her warm thigh and wrapped her arm around my waist, pulling me in close, and she started to console me like I was her pet project. I won't lie. I felt so dang good in that moment. I told her about how I viewed myself, how I'd never been desired before, and how I felt it was impossible for me to ever climb out of this rut because it truly was self-inflicted. She agreed that I was doing things to myself, but she stopped me and said that if I could dig a hole and insert myself, then I could just as easily pull myself out, or even easier, considered it was me that did all the work before. She then kissed me on the cheek and told me to come back anytime I needed to chat, and I went on my way. Thank you, Kat. Thank you so much.